Once again, this is Ed from Exotic Blanks, welcoming you to a video on pen turning. Today's topic is going to be how to reinforce a pen blank that is perhaps difficult or likely to break when you're drilling it. So we're going to go through that with one that we call faux stone, F-A-U-X stone. It was hard to show on the camera, but this is not cut straight. There's a slope to the one side, and so it is a blank that will be a little bit more difficult to figure out a way to drill it without having problems. And there's not a lot left. It's 3/4 of an inch, but it's a very shy 3/4 of an inch. So trying to put a 10.5 millimeter hole through it, which is what I'm going to do, is not necessarily going to be easy. So I start out by getting some popsicle sticks. They're crafting sticks that you can pick up at Hobby Lobby. They're ridiculously priced, but we won't go into that. Then try to get the ones that are about the same size as the blank that you're working with. And as you can see, I'm butting one against the other, trying to get it so that it will support the blank. Now, you could put a drop of thin CA on this. In fact, later it turns out that I did. After that, you try to take some duct tape and get the first duct tape around it, and from there on it gets a whole lot easier. That first one is kind of hold 4 pieces of wood, make sure that everything stays straight, and at the same time put the duct tape around it. It's kind of a manipulation challenge, but once you get that accomplished, then it gets fairly simple. It's just a matter of taking pieces of duct tape about the right length and making a couple more laps around it until you have it completely encased in duct tape so that it's very well supported all the way around. And there you can see it. It's a popsicle stick splint. Because the ends are a little long, I took it to the bandsaw and cut the ends off so it would be about the same length as the blank. Next, we're going to drill the blank, and so I know the blank is a little longer than it needs to be, so I take the brass tube that I'm going to use and mark the length of it on my drill bit. Then it's just a matter of doing drilling as usual down the center of the blank. Now you'll see that when I start this, the blank, the faux stone, actually starts moving in instead of being drilled. And so I stop this process and put a little medium CA around the outside of the blank, inside of the popsicle sticks, so that in theory at least it will hold that from moving when I drill it the next time. That's the glue going in. Couple hours have passed and the CA is dried. It really isn't cured, but it is dried. And so then we do the drilling of the blank. As you drill it, retract the bit frequently and clean the flutes. And while you're cleaning the flutes, you probably also want to spritz some cold water on it. Even though this is relatively sharp, The stone is, of course, very dense, and so yes, you do get some heat here, and the cooling with the water will certainly help. Remember, when you do that you can't immediately put a brass tube into that blank then, because the water is an accelerant for CA glue, or most glues. So wait until the blank has cooled and the water has evaporated, and then do whatever next steps you're going to do, putting in the brass tube and so forth. So now the blank has been successfully drilled, although the back end is still closed, as you can see in this picture. The next thing is to cut off that back end with a bandsaw, and then put your brass tube in and turn the pen. Of course, you'll have to turn off that popsicle stick and all the duct tape, but that's not too difficult. Thank you for watching. This is Ed from Exotic Blanks. Bye now.